No more a prince. Rishi Sunak changes Regency Act's forced has stand-in corner at Coronation, Meghan. Meghan wanted to be a senior royal. She expected to be up front with William and Catherine, but she's not a senior royal. She didn't like having a courtesy to all the higher rankings, and she didn't like having to adapt the confines of the family. She didn't like traditions. She managed to get Harry to change, but she couldn't get the rest of the family to change, so she stamped her foot and walked out in Canada. She expected that she would soon be back with the family under her conditions. That didn't happen, so she stamped her foot again and this time landed in LA. She still wanted things her own way with the family. Not only didn't that happen, she was told she couldn't use the Sussex brand to make money. In other news, the King could rely on the so-called Churchill precedent, forcing the Prime Minister to make the decision over the Duke of Sussex's attendance at the coronation. King Charles III will be crowned at Westminster Abbey on May 6, 8 months after his accession to the throne. Details for the upcoming celebrations were revealed over the weekend, with Queen Camilla tipped to play a central role in the event, which will see her crowned alongside her husband. Buckingham Palace has so far remained tight-lipped over who will be included in the guest list for the historic event, but it is believed that a number of charity representatives, foreign royals, government officials and faith leaders are likely to be part of the congregation. It is currently thought that Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle are unlikely to attend the ceremony, and according to some experts and insiders, the decision may not be left to the monarch. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's strained relationship with the royal family has been in the spotlight since the release of their explosive Netflix documentary series in December and the publication of Harry's tell-all memoir earlier this month. Historian Dr. George Gross, visiting research fellow in theology at King's College London, said it's very difficult to know at the moment whether the couple, who live overseas in Montecito, California, will be in attendance. Speaking previously to Express.co.uk, he explained, "I think it's a real unknown. If you have them there, does it make that a story? If you don't have them there, does that also make it a story? I think what the palace will want to do above else, whoever the guests are, is to keep the focus on the monarch." The historian noted parallels between Harry and Edward VIII, later the Duke of Windsor, who did not attend the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in June 1953, but explained that it was then Prime Minister Winston Churchill who banned the former king from the event. The historian's parallel is that of Edward VIII, who, of course, did not attend the coronation, and that was a state's decision, or rather it seems that it was Churchill's decision, he said. That's because this is also a state function, so in some ways it's also up to the Prime Minister to decide and provide his advice. Charles has reportedly been encouraged to use the so-called Churchill precedent, allowing him to take the impossible decision of Harry's attendance out of his hands and into Rishi Sunak's. Following the furore over the Duke of Sussex's memoir Spare, the King would face the difficult choice of either banning his son or enduring a media circus over Harry and his wife's attendance. The coronation is a state event and funded by the state, a source told the Mail on Sunday. So, in the same way that Winston Churchill advised the Duke of Windsor to stay away, the decision of whether to invite Harry, who has no official royal role and no state function at the ceremony, will be down to the government rather than just his father.